Hey everyone, Meosity here. We're back playing Othercide on the 5th era. I can't believe we actually made it here. And yeah, we're on the 5th era. That's hard for me to believe because of the last two eras we kind of scraped our way through so badly. Just to kind of show you guys where we're at, we have 4 daughters. Any daughter we germinate right now will be at level 4 here like Prudence, so if we lose these 3 right here, we're kind of pooch screwed, for lack of a better term. I'm gonna give this my best shot. We're gonna stay with the strategy that we've been trying with the past 2 eras where we're literally doing the easiest synapse we can get our hand on every day, resting, going to the next, see if we can even make it to the boss. That was the plan that we set in place last episode. I'm hoping we can still make it to the boss, but if we can't, we gave it our best try, and we have 775 shards to power ourselves up with for the next attempt, let alone being able to resurrect these daughters in the next attempt as well. So like the level 9, 10 daughters will be able to maybe be level 12, 13 by this point. So with that being said, let's try this out. We did get a level 4 daughter to try to level up during this hunt. I'm not sure how well that's gonna work out, just especially seeing as how hurt everyone is. But you know, things might surprise us. Who knows?
Farewell, daughters.
Hush, little baby, don't say a word.
That is creepy. I was also thinking about it before I made this episode, and other than a scythe dancer, since I know that they have some really good skills, if one of these Soulslingers die for whatever reason, or like if one gets hurt a little more, it might actually be worth replacing them with a level 4, because I would still have, like they wouldn't be as strong, but I would still have intercepting and shadow. Now let's 8th dancer, so yeah, and a grief master. They're pulling out all the stops on us now. Pain slinger, maggot, and 2 reapers up there. 12 enemies. How much health do these guys have? Not much, all things considered. So when you take that into consideration, and then these guys right here, I think that's going to be the play, is to actually move over here, and I think I have to keep this spot open. I might not actually. I'll do it just in case. But yeah, move towards these guys and try to take them out, and then take them out and get them to come towards us. Celeste here can actually do an intercepting round if we need her to, and has that new detonating shot, which actually doesn't take health, which is really good. And we can sidestep to get extra movement on Mercy, which I'm sure we're gonna need. Yeah, let's go all in on getting rid of these guys here. And they have an insane movement range too, if I remember right. Like, way more than my daughters. Alright, so Prudence here. She has no armor, so it's not worth stealing from. Yeah, I'm not gonna burst her, but I will chip away her health. That way she can go sooner in the initiative. Oh jeez. Alright, so we have to deal with all 3 of them before they go again, I think. Alright, Celeste here. Opens by detonating shot. So I can do that. And it'll hurt both of them. That's good. I can do this again. I can only hit the Hate Dancer. Alright. Now I think he goes. Wait, Mercy. I think I can take them out with the Soulslingers. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to sidestep next to her. And flanking Slasher. And then Imbued Blade. Because that'll go off before she can move and do her turn. Blanc goes. I should get damage on her. So that's 600. Alright. And she can end. Celeste will go again. Alright, Prudence can finish her off.
No mercy.
And then go here. Celeste can do this detonating shot here again. And do a lot of damage.
Strike.
Once again, kind of funny that she reacts. So, this guy has a leap, right? Yeah. So if he moves there, he can then probably leap and then start killing people. Ooh. So, I hate to do it because she doesn't have much health, but I think we have to intercepting, otherwise one of these two is gonna die, like straight up. And then, since Blanc goes before her, I can get ready to take out the hunter or the reaper that's coming this way. I can shoot the Grief Master down.
Impressive.
And then if I did this, Mercy would go sooner. Like, as... Oh no, that's this thing over here that I totally forgot about. Alright. So I'm gonna have to deal with that thing. I'm not sure I can get over there. I wouldn't be able to kill it even if I did. So we're gonna leave that be, I suppose. Is he gonna leap? He's gonna leap. I guess he was not... He was covered by this. Yep. That's at 87. So she's gonna do this and end here. Celeste can't really do anything. So we're just gonna have her shoot for now. knock him back a bit. I don't think he can get to us even if he wanted to, so it might be safe to burst. Where is the other one? Right there. So no, it's not safe to burst.
You will stay with us forever.
Creepy voice. Then how much is it to move here? She can't move. Lovely. It's not worth bursting, because Prudence is gonna go and be able to hopefully finish him off. That would be 2 slashes. Yeah. Alright, that's the plan. And we're gonna finish him off. We know we can. 80 armor gone, and we're gonna burst 2 slashes. That should do the trick. Unfortunately, it is bursting her, and she's way back here. It's gonna take time to get back into combat, but the grasp is gone. Celeste actually might be able to finish him off.
Striking.
Just to get her out of range. Yeah, I'm gonna do something probably kind of stupid here, but
My daughters. What has suffering done?
okay, and then a second one. That's not great. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then what's the range on that leap? Just so I know for the future. 6, 7. So effectively he can go 12 in a single turn. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He could hit Celeste. But she goes first. Okay. The real problem is gonna be these girls. And why isn't it giving me a movement thing? There we go. Which I don't think he can leap over this, so we're safe. Famous last words. Alright, so trying to think about this objectively here. What happens? I have to target one of them with the detonating shot. Okay. But if I burst, then that one's almost dead. Uh-oh. Okay. Okay, I can take this one out.
How foolish my fears.
2 more enemies are coming.
What new horrors must we face?
Then, if I intercepting round, which may or may not be on Celeste. Oh, what happens if I spirit haste her? She doesn't go fast enough. Then she would be here. So let's just figure out what happens. May lose or may not. Yep. Well, that's a thing. Okay, so she can't move away from this. So basically she has to spend all of her AP to kill him or she's gonna be killed. This reflex would do a ton of damage to her to move away.
Impressive.
Which is very unfortunate given the circumstances. I honestly don't see a way to get Celeste out of that alive. There might be a way to get Prudence out of there alive.
Flesh is its canvas.
Yeah, that was a bad burst for me, so... What is this thing? I want to know what this thing is. A Hopebreaker? Deal up to 730 damage to target and 730 in a zone. Has a range of 6. Corrupted Sidestep. Jump to an empty tile in range has a range of 15. Corrupted Savior. Interrupt an attack on an ally and swap positions with her. Then deal 1890 damage to the enemy interrupted. Has a range of 9. Corrupted Death. Deal up to 280 damage and steal 150. Deal up to 280 damage and steal 150 armor each 20 initiative units up to 3 times. So that's a damage over time thing. And hits kind of like that Rian, the sister, did. So this Hopebreaker is kind of like a mix of every sister. It has the sidestep from the Blademaster. It has 2 of the Soulslinger actions, and then it has the interrupt from the Shieldbearer. That's really bad. I don't know how it's going to use all those skills, but... And then Prudence here is just like not in a stance to do anything. She doesn't do enough. They just have insane movement range. Yeah, they're changing weapons. Look at that. She's gonna have her turn again. before Mercy. She killed Prudence with that damage over time before she could go.
Another terror to haunt us.
That's a really devastating unit to deal with. That's like a boss in of itself. And then it can just keep getting hasted. And that's the last daughter down. Like, I was legit trying there, too. Okay, so we have...
I cherish the strength she summons with each step.
We have a few choices to make then, because, like...
Alas, suffering is born. We failed the child. We have lost. I have nothing more to give. So we begin again.
It's kind of interesting that each of them is their own little thing. Era reached the Long Nightmare. They survived 20. Only took us 20 days to get that far when each day is, or each era can be 7 days. So we got 775 shards.
Have no fear of memory.
I'm gonna activate this one.
Remember.
Oh, that's on top of the shards we had from before too. Okay. That makes things slightly easier. I wish it said that... So I figured it out. Each one of these only lets me skip specific arrows, and if I really wanted to, I can use it at the end of an era. So, like, if I use this one, I'll skip the first era. But if I only use this one, I'll do the first era, skip the second era, go into the third era. But if I, say, do day 1 through 6... I can then use this to skip day 7. That being said, the first bosses should be rather easy. So like the Doctor and the Deacon maybe should be pretty easy, but I do really want to skip the Maid. I do want to skip the Child. I do want to start at level 10 Daughters. I want them to gain experience faster. Considering Corrupted Daughters are what basically ended the run for me, I want this. We want 3 of our daughters back. Or at least that's what I'm thinking. We don't necessarily need the 4th because I don't think she had any traits, and I can start a new one at level 10. "55% max health is huge. 50% max health is huge. Or 30% max health is huge. And I have 240 left. I have a feeling the way we're gonna play is gonna get us a lot of Vitae. So we're just gonna roll through some of these first ones. So getting this might help. And then Vitae to... Some of those cost a lot to equip. And then, considering we have 150 left, that's enough to get all of this. So plus 45% damage to cultists and nightmare creatures. And I don't think there's anything too important down here, so I think that's good. We spent all of our shards. We're going to have to do the doctor again, we're going to have to do the deacon again, and then we go straight to the last tier. I think that's a good plan for us. What? Alright, so I had to fix a few things, so that's why we're on Recollection 5 really quick. I made a mistake first time when I didn't realize that choosing the Recollection items that I'll just show you the wording in it really quick. If you go to Remembrance here,
Remember.
it says skip an era. So I thought like choosing this one, since you get this one for defeating the maid and this one for defeating the child, it would skip those eras specifically. No, it just says skip an era. So when I chose those two for the 200 shards, it skipped us straight to the third era. So I did a little research on that, and it basically said if you want to skip era 2 and 3, like I want to do, you have to do era 1 and then 2, then use the items, and you're good. So that's why I messed up one era. And then the other mistake I made was I was trying to resurrect the daughters, and for some reason there was a bunch of daughters in the graves here, and so I was trying to resurrect the ones I have actually in the roster right now, and it resurrected the wrong ones. And considering I spent shards to get the 3 coins, and they were fairly expensive, and I could have gotten other permanent buffs rather than like daughter that once she's gone, she's pretty much gone unless I get another one of those coins. Yeah, I was kind of like, well, that's not why I took that thing with the restart. So I kind of did another restart, and that's why we're on Recollection 5 instead of 3 or 4. So yeah, so with that being said, we do start all daughters at level 10 now, and since we didn't have a level 10 Shieldbearer, we didn't get to see the Scythebearer skills or the Blademaster skills. I thought we would go through those really quick. So we saw Blacksmith's Grace and we saw Saving Grace and how useful those are. I'm going to keep those on Candid here. I guess that's the new one's name. But then Shield Charge, dash up to 6 tiles, deal up to 653 damage and delay target by 20 initiative units. So it's kind of like Lightning Blade, but for the Shieldbearer. And it knocks back initiative. That's kind of nice. It's only a bit more AP. Or Giant Leap. And I have to choose an empty tile, it looks like, and it deals AoE around her. Leap, dealing 623 damage, pushing back surrounding enemies by 1. Enemies push back into each other or an object take 42 more damage. Now I'm not too keen on that pushback thing. It's never really worked out for me whenever I try it. And this has more initiative knockback, which we really like. So I'm gonna go with Shield Charge. Melody here, we know the Reaping and Dance of Revenge. But here, Deadly Dance, we know Dance of Fury, gain 110 armor for 30 initiative units, and increase damage by 60% for 35 initiative units for each incoming attack. So basically what that tells me is you use this for 5% of your HP, then if you're attacked between your next turn, if you don't burst, you're basically going to get a 60% damage increase, which is huge. And considering like they're meant for taking out big units pretty easily, I think Dance of Fury is better. Then Dance of Binding, we know that's that huge interrupt thing that they have, but here's what kind of gets me. Interrupt the first action of an enemy and deal up to 1,134 damage. It doesn't say anything about an ally, and watching this video, it looks like the enemy is attacking her, so it looks like it can actually be used on her, and it'll interrupt the thing attacking her, which is amazing utility and life-saving. Whereas Dance of the Dead deal 354 damage 2 times, so like 700 damage plus minus depending upon armor or buffs. If target is killed during turn, gain 15% damage until end of combat, which if you feed her that, that's a lot of damage she could potentially get. Or it could be a wasted skill where Dance of Binding would be better, especially for bosses. So I think if I'm going to build a character for bosses, Dance of Binding is going to be better, and we're going to take that. And if we're going to have another Scythe Dancer for non-bosses, the other skill is going to be better. Then, the Blademaster. Of course, we're going to take Lightning Strike. If we're going to have a new boss one, we need a character with Accepting Strike. And then Ghost Strike. Deal 761 damage and swap position with the target. Has a range of 6. I see a lot of utility in that. Menacing Strike. It's a reaction, 5% of her HP. Deals up to 1,331 damage to an enemy taking damage. So I don't know what the limitations of this are, but if she attacks an enemy after she uses this, does it go off? Furthermore, if she uses Accepting Stance and gets buffed while this is up, does Menacing Stance go off? Then, furthermore on that, there's so much testing I want to do on this and know, because say I have the Soulslingers. Say she has Menacing Stance and Accepting Stance. Soulslingers have Shadow Round up. Soulslinger uses the buff on her. She attacks with Accepting, does Shadow Round bounce, and then she uses Menacing and then Shadow Round bounce again because she did damage. Because that would be amazing. It's something I'm kind of whereas Ghost Strike has utility, this is just such damage potential that I want to test it out. So with that all being said, let's get into the synapses, because that's kind of why we didn't just skip a bunch of stuff. And we're gonna try to level up our old team a bit, but we're also going to take the Scythe Dancer along.
We must prepare to pay any price. We delve deep into the dark corners.
So let's see how fast we can tear through this. Alright. So if she just goes there, they're not going to hurt her.
Shred them down.
And that's those two down.
Progress has its setbacks.
And Hope's out. Since he was going down there, they're gonna move up at me. And that stance where Melody can actually just use Mo. Interesting.
Impressive. Exquisite. Come what may, we will.
Sincere got a trait out of that. I'm guessing it's not good, actually.
We've awoken from one nightmare, but we may soon live another.
Right, Sincere trait.
It is done. But what falls today may rise again tomorrow.
I don't see anything new on her.
Though the danger passes, we must prepare for the next. We've awoken from one nightmare, but we may soon live another.
Interesting. Maybe that was a glitch, but unless maybe it was a where she got, and it's not showing
Suffering has
that.
lost the link here. For now.
Alright, so rest next day. Let's go into the synapses. Let's get this hard one out of the way. Once again, Hope, Sincere, and Where is she? Melody.
Our daughters ache to battle the next nightmare. These statues remember no victory, no heroes, only pain.
12 enemies this time. They're stepping up their game. Alright, we're gonna rush them. And I guess we're gonna move here because she can't do anything else. Massive shotting.
Impressive.
Lightning strike him, take him out.
Shatter them. Shatter them.
Oh, interesting that she can't do the stealing more than once a turn. And no armor to steal, so we will maul.
You can't stop progress. The cure will be found. The new shift has just arrived.
The doctor has sent a new atrocity.
Odds are these ranged ones. Everything has such low health. I think that, like, is there not a plague guard or something? Is that why there's 12 of them?
Another terror to haunt us.
Oh, can actually hurt Hope.
Striking.
Progress has its setbacks.
Exquisite.
Okay,
Memories
got
of another life.
more memories, that's good.
Guard them well. How foolish my fears. Another terror to haunt us.
Oh, there's something a little substantial.
Another terror to haunt us. Shred them down.
Gonna have her go down there. minions here can take these two out.
Flawless. One less to plague the innocent.
And lightning strike and we're out.
A clean cut.
Let her
Hope
flourish.
got level 10. So just because Hope did get hurt, I'm not going to heal her. And she did get leveled up, but I want to see what... Okay, so Soulslinger's dodge and critical chance. Shieldbearer is health and initiative pushback. Blademaster is damage and critical damage. What is Scythe Dancer? Timeline starting position and end of turn delay. Interesting. So she would go like at 40 instead of 50 when she ends her turn? That's an interesting thought. Might be worth looking into actually. I think especially for her, damage would be the way to go. And we're definitely taking Menacing Strike. And then we'll do this other Synapse just to get more Vitae. Get the other Blademaster going, get Celeste, and another Soulslinger would not hurt, given the situation.
Careful. You wouldn't want my scalpel to slip into innocent flesh. Here, we cut and slice and skin for study.
Alright. So, if I go here, I can take him out. Which is not a big deal.
You can't stop progress. The cure will be found.
Then everything else is up there, I think.
Striking.
And how far can he move? Alright, well. Yeah, the Blademasters would go at like 40. That's an interesting thought. Alright, lightning strike there. That's gonna burst us.
I
We're gonna
revel in
end.
her strength.
Finish him off. We're gonna end with Celeste so we don't
Flawless.
burst. Blanc. Probably can take him out without bursting.
Whatever we can to prevent this torture.
And then end. And then Therapist goes. And we're just gonna end until Victor goes, I think it is. Yeah. Yeah, just get next woman slash.
One less to plague the innocent. Come what
Oh,
may,
you got
we
two
will slow
traits.
suffering's progress.
So rest and prepare. Trait, one with the gun, which is pretty nice for the new Soulslinger that we're going to use, and one with the sword. So I think the direction I'm going to try to go with the next episode is basically rush to the 5th era. I'm not sure how long that's going to take, but I kind of want to get a feel with that with this episode. We're kind of destroying the synapses, so I do think that we can get to day 7, defeat the Doctor pretty easily, get to day 7 again, defeat the Deacon pretty easily, and then skip era 3 and potentially 4, depending upon how things are going, and then get straight into where we were before and try the boss. We'll see how viable that is. And that's gonna kind of be the plan for the next episode, and pick up things basically where we left off. Especially now that we have daughters that are A, more powerful, and B, can take more of a hit and have more health. I think it's going to be more plausible to get to him. So yeah, I have a lot higher hopes now. But we'll see what we can do. So thank you everyone for watching. I hope this wasn't too boring, especially after like I lost to the Suffering or whatever the boss's name was so early in the episode. I know I was kind of fixing things together after that. It's kind of one of those things of I kind of knew I was gonna lose, so I was planning at some point, I thought this was going to be episodes ago, not like so far in, that I was going to have to do another Recollection though, so at some point I knew I was going to have to do this, and then just kind of rush back to where I was because the daughters were going to be kind of overpowered. We're going to try to get back to where we were within an episode. That's going to be the plan, and then hopefully after that it's not going to be too many more episodes based on where we were to finish it up, but we'll see. So thank you again, everyone, for watching. Any comments or feedback, let me know for sure down in the comments. Otherwise, I wish you all well. I'll see you next time, and have a good one.